TMZ has received another email from somebody demanding money. This is somebody who says they have been trying to get in touch with Savannah Guthrie's sister Annie and Savannah's brother to no avail. And they are now saying that they have information about who the kidnapper is. And they are demanding money. They want 1 Bitcoin, which is around $55,000, $56,000, depending on the hour. They are saying at the end, time is more than relevant. So they have a Bitcoin address, which we have verified is real, and that they want 1 Bitcoin deposited, so in return for giving information about the identity of the kidnapper. Now, again, this is not somebody who says they've kidnapped Nancy, it's somebody who says they know who has. We have no idea if this is authentic. We have forwarded it on to the FBI, and they are looking at it. And we got this early Wednesday morning. Beyond that, we have already told you that there has now been activity in this Bitcoin account that was included in the first ransom note that we received. We are not saying what kind of activity, how much money. I know there is another story out there about that. We are not going to comment on that. We gave our word to people and involved in this case. We are going to honor that, but only to say that there is activity, and that means something. A couple of other points. There has been a lot of talk on social media about who may be behind this kidnapping. And I'm just going to kind of put this on the table, that there have been people pointing to various people in the family. When we do this, when we talk, on television, on our website, on our, digitally, on our social media, I think we should be addressing people on social media and not just people who are watching traditional media, because social media is where a lot of people get their information. And I know this is swirling on social media, so I just want to say this, that we do not have any information, that would implicate family members. I am not saying that it's true that somebody may be involved or not true, but I am telling you that we have spoken with numerous people. We are not hearing anything about that. I know there are lots of stories out there that so-and-so is being looked at or whatever. I am telling you, we've gone down that path. We've asked questions. We have absolutely no basis to say that is true in any way, shape, or form. So in terms of leads, to me, there are 3 leads right now. One is, given the videos, we know that this is somebody who is somewhat stocky. It is a male. It's somebody who has a mustache and either a goatee or a beard. Law enforcement has told us, people involved in this investigation, that they believe that whoever took Nancy is from the Tucson television area. And that's why, or one of the reasons why, they were sending notes not just to us, but to local television stations there. So at least now they've got that description. On top of that description, if the email that we received is written by the same person who came to Nancy's door the night she was kidnapped, it would be an intelligent person based on the construction of that email, as well as somebody who is tech savvy. So in terms of people calling authorities with clues, it is somebody, it would seem, who is tech savvy, who is intelligent, who is somewhat stocky, a male with a mustache and either a goatee or beard. That is something. And there may be something identifying about what that person was wearing. So that's one path. A second path is Bitcoin, and I will just leave it at that. And the third path is, one of the things that authorities do all the time when they get a video like this of somebody who they believe is the kidnapper, is they look at what they're wearing and they try and find out, where did they buy it? So, you look at the gloves and they seem bizarre, and there are things about the getup that are unusual. And so, if the authorities can figure out where these things were purchased, because you look at that and is it something somebody would just have in their house, or is it something they would go out to buy, within a fairly narrow time frame before actually doing it? And a lot of people who do that think, okay, I'll pay cash, and therefore there's going to be no record of me buying it. But there are records that many stores have where they can find out who purchased an item like that and when. And if there is surveillance video in the store, if they bought it at a big store like a Home Depot or something like that, and they can find out even when somebody purchases something with cash, if they have a time frame on when they purchased it, authorities have often gone to the store, gotten surveillance video, looked exactly at that time, and sure enough, they have somebody going to the cash register with that item. And that becomes almost a smoking gun. So the person who did that is not going to walk in completely masked, because that in itself creates an issue. So if they came in street clothes and bought any one of those items, then that could be a real way, and a way that authorities have done in many cases in the past, of identifying who was at that door. So that's what we know right now. We will give you further updates as we get them.